While in middle school, my parents had me do a schooling program called Switched on Schoolhouse. Aside from being frustrating to use and frankly incredibly stupid all around, it enabled me to sneak on the family computer so I could play games under the pretense of learning Bible verses. Usually, I ended up browsing Newgrounds or Congregate, playing Zombie Defenses or those Papa restaurant games. There were, however, two series in that mess I was constantly going back to under the name of Deep Sleep and Don't Escape. Both of these games were made by a collection of wires and gears calling itself Scriptwelder. They've laid dormant for many years, but Welder recently decided that the world was ready for their brand of point-and-click storytelling and have recently released Don't Escape, 4 Days in the Wasteland. I normally have a problem with point-and-click adventure games. See, they tend to fall into one of two categories. A, where the developers all took turns sticking their heads into batches of ketamine to create the most contrived puzzle solutions, where something as simple as opening a door requires you to venture to the lone waste for Swampville, and then to the Everglades to drown yourself so you enter the spirit realm where you can pick forbidden apples. Then you go to the mountains to battle the Abominable Snowman for some Himalayan salts. Do all that and give it to Gordon Ramsay, he'll lend you his knife and you can batter down the door with it. Or B, where you have a key, there's a door, you use the key on the door, and congratulations on solving the puzzle, O worthy hero of the land. Both puzzles are great in their own sense as long as they assist in the story. Don't Escape is in the latter category, using exploration to reward the player with more items which go towards solving the puzzle of, well, not escaping. The principal goal of each puzzle in Don't Escape is how to fortify your stronghold at the end of a time limit in order to defeat an array of challenges. At the end of the timer, you hole yourself in your hole, and the game then grades you depending on how well you did. You get buffs when you've done well, and you get flogged down when you spend the entire day faffing about. It really appeals to me because I'm a psychotic freak who strives to 100% as long as it's easy enough, and the game is easy enough, which actually might be its failing point. Puzzle solutions are easy once you have the item for them, and the first day you get a bug repellent device that squawks at different frequencies. There is no other reason for this item to exist except to be a bug repellent device that squawks at different frequencies. The game would have benefited from making us stop and wonder if the item was going to help us most on this night, or if we needed it on night 4 to provide the background beat while we sing in the shower. Or you could have at least made us have to craft the thing. Maybe they could have us find a tape deck, then a hammer, then while recording hit ourselves in the balls with the hammer to create a high shriek to ward off the bugs with. Simple as the puzzles are, they do exist so that way we feel rewarded with more story. And the story is good. As our main protagonist trudges through the wasteland singing philosophical sots as the moon is falling on his stupid head, we really begin to feel for the guy. He's someone trying to be a good person in a time when the world isn't a good place. He recruits a sarcastic pilot whose job it is to move the story along, and a little boy and recent widower who both exist to play the intro to Chop Suey on our heartstrings. In summary, I'd recommend Days Escape for Don'ts in the Wasteland even if you aren't nostalgia blinded like me. May it burn a day or two while you wait for the moon to crash on our heads.